And Josh Donaldson here might want to wear a suit of armor when he steps into the box, especially against Gerrit Cole, because this was yesterday, Sunday in The Athletic. Josh Donaldson called him out a little bit by name, which is unusual. So I'm going to show you a little bit of this article from Dan Hayes. And this isn't news what Donaldson's saying. He's just been really the first hitter that's been really vocal about it. He said he's collected videos that's proof that guys are using substances to increase their spin rates and thus pitch better. And it's been a big talking point. Cardinals manager Mike Schilt talked about it, which was unusual as well. And I think that's what has started to move the ball to actual action being taken. Is we've had a hitter finally talk about it. We've had a manager finally talk about it. Obviously, Trevor Bauer, sort of the central figure in all this of who's been talking about it and doing it. But again, Donaldson throws out there, this is a direct quote. Is it a coincidence that Cole's spin rates went down after 4 minor leaguers got suspended 10 games, and he's sort of thinking out loud, but he's obviously implying, and I mean, it is very unusual. Is that possible? I don't know. Maybe. At the same time, with this situation, they've let guys do it. I think that says all you need to know. And Cole's spin rate numbers went down. Bauer's spin rate numbers went down. But this is the question here. I think the reason why hitters haven't said more, they have all the benefit to say things about this and to get guys to stop using. So they're not facing these ridiculous pitches. But you got to remember, okay, number one, they got a bunch of pitchers on their team. They got a bunch of teammates that are using stuff. So, you don't want to piss off those guys. And then number two, you're going to be facing some of these pitchers, which is why I thought it was kind of surprising that Josh Donaldson would throw somebody's name out in particular. Although, knowing Donaldson, it's not really all that surprising. He's very brash. He's very opinionated. He's not going to keep things to himself. We remember him kicking dirt on home plate at the end of a home run after he was not too pleased about a strike call. It'll definitely be interesting to see what happens when he steps in against Gerrit Cole. But I think this is actually going to be good for the Twins. When he came in, that's something I was hoping that he would add to this team as a bit of an edge. A guy like Rocco Baldelli, who's one of like the most calmest, cool, collected guys you're going to see in the manager role. I think those are good traits for your manager, but I think you've got to have somebody like Donaldson in the clubhouse as well on top of that, kind of being a bit of an agitator maybe sometimes and really being intense and bringing that emotion to the game. So when we didn't get to see a lot of that because he was hurt last year, and he's actually playing better than I think a lot of Twins fans realize. Let's take a look at some of his numbers. So here we are at Josh Donaldson's baseball reference page. And, when you sign a free agent, especially a guy who's getting into his mid-30s, I think the bar, that you can set for him is you hope that he continues to play as well as he did the year after you signed him. And when you look at the overall numbers, his numbers have dropped since 2019. But with all these pitchers doing crazy stuff, offense is way down. So if we look at it in terms of OPS plus, Donaldson had a 124 OPS plus in 2019 in his last year before he joined the Twins with Atlanta. And he's been better with the Twins, 134 and 130 so far here in 2021. So he's actually been better than he was with Atlanta. I think the frustrations are from Twins fans. I think, anytime you're the highest paid player on the team, you got a bit of a target on your back. We saw that a ton with Joe Mauer. But also, when you're not delivering with runners in scoring position, it can kind of magnify kind of the effect or how you feel about someone struggling. And he has been really bad. Well, not going to sugarcoat that at all. 207 batting average, 308 OBP, and a 241 slugging with runners in scoring position this year. That's a 549 OPS compared to when there's nobody on. He's awesome. So the way it works out, things should even out there. There's no real reason why that should be the case. And I'm sure if we look at his career splits, we're going to find that these correlate together pretty well. You don't see a lot of hitters hit well with nobody on and then hit poorly with runners in scoring position over a long period of time. As we see here, it's highly unusual. For his career, Donaldson's actually been a much better hitter with runners in scoring position than with no one on. So I think we're on the verge of that working itself out. He is playing well. That's the only thing he's disappointed in with so far is with runners in scoring position. And I think we're bound to see him flip that switch here, and maybe this Yankee series is sort of what kicks that in. And I've already talked about how I don't see a whole lot of hope that the Twins turn things back around and get into a playoff hunt. But a Yankee team coming in, a kind of a little bit louder crowd at Target Field than usual. This could kind of activate some fire with these Twins. So I'm excited to see. But again, I think Josh is going to need a full body armor suit maybe when he steps in. Yeah, I'm sure he's prepared. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks for checking this out. This has been Tom Froming. Enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, and for more Twins talk here on YouTube, please consider subscribing.